How are we?
We're good. Hey, Tiffany.
You guys look like there's, such a beautiful day, like scenic backdrop back there.
Yes.
It's gorgeous out. We're loving it here.
Yeah, it's a good LA day. Good sun.
Good start to the week.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we're all here today, right, to regroup over the weekend that you all had. I'm so excited to hear about it because I totally wish I could have made it. And I just want to hear all about the discussions, your favorite parts. And we're really, really honored here at Landkind to, just have been a part of it in any kind of way. So thanks again, Safia, for, bridging us together and, putting us into your world. I'm sure everyone that joins in or out is so excited to hear also. And yeah, we can't wait to share. So,
Well, thank you. It was a great event, and I just want to introduce. This is Jacqueline,
yeah.
and this is Tiffany.
Hi,
from
Tiffany.
Landkind.
Nice to meet you.
And she is actually the one who put me on to Landkind. She the product, so it is because of her that I was able to reach. So I'm grateful, to her and for your products. But the event was so good. Bringing mental health awareness into the discussion here at HiMAT was definitely something that was needed. It was appreciated. So open and just ready to talk about like what was going on in their worlds as in regards to mental health, and all the panelists just shared a wealth of information and resources about how to destigmatize mental health and just how to show up better, for yourself, for your family, for your community. So it was a really, really good day. Really good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's what it's all about. We're all kind of floating around on this big rock together.
Yeah.
And I think mental health and such a big conversation. I will get into it, later on, but I know with my experience with our premier SKU, LK-01, our Pure Salidroside, it's definitely helps like in my focus to also give me that mood balance and kind of like really soothe my own personal daily, anxious triggers. So yeah, I'm super thrilled to have again been in the room with you guys and been a part of it. So tell me, what was like your favorite, if you had to pick your top 3 moments? I want to hear from both of you, your top 3 moments from Saturday.
My top moment was leading the class, the movement portion. I think that people want to know, like, what can I do to get out of my head in order to be more present? So to be able to lead the breath portion of the class was so just, it was great. No other words for it. It was great. People out of their head, their body connected was just really powerful. I could just see over the landscape of the room how everybody just calmed down instantly. And like before you come into any setting, there are things that are already going on in life. And so when you show up in spaces, you're bringing that with you. And so to come into a room where I am inviting people to let go, relax, to breathe it out is something very beautiful to watch as an instructor, because I can literally see the stress dissolve. I can see them de-escalate. So that was really, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And also just sharing with the panel, sharing their experiences. We talked about burnout. We talked about different resources that are needed. We talked about that work-life balance that everybody is trying to create for themselves. And one of the, she's an entrepreneur, business owner, and she's just like, it's really elusive. You try, but you really have to set those boundaries. You have to set those parameters for your life in order to, not experience the burnout. And I think a lot of us really found, like, post-COVID and during COVID, how much work was really taking up so much of our lives and adding so much stress to us. And so to now be in this, it's like, you know what? I want my life back. I want my health back. That's what people are doing. So I would say that was, yeah, those were really big for me, really big for me. Yeah, yeah. And unfortunately, Jacqueline wasn't able to be there. She couldn't come up, but she has been taking the supplements. And, I'm very, very happy that, she is a part of this journey with me, because she's able to speak about them to let you know how she's been feeling since she's been taking them. So,
Yeah. And everything you just mentioned is such a personal, journey, right? Everyone's work-life balance, how they show up for the day, how they interact with not only people, but the tasks that they have to get through, and how it really works your brain and really showing up. And I think the breath work, that you lead to is super, super impactful. And that is a journey in and of itself to really foster that mind-body connection and self-soothe is a really, really unique, powerful skill. So to have leadership, in that area is a huge resource for people. And I'm sure there is a lot of resources, discussed. But let's get into it then. So Jacqueline, you want to dive in and kind of share your Landkind experience?
Yeah, so I just want to say, and it's really funny. I kind of want to start with this because I I was looking at the reviews on your guys' website, and I had left a review, but there was one that I saw, and I was like, I thought for a quick second it was my review, because it's literally like it's literally what I'm going through. So, and it's like spot on. It's hard to see. I don't think I can see it out here, but her name is Sarah Gibson. She left a review 2 weeks ago or something, and she was saying she basically has 2 autoimmune diseases, and I have 2 autoimmune. And saying how basically it helps her chronic fatigue, and it gives her like the slow energy like throughout the day to continue going. I thought that was like, when I read that, I was like, wait a minute, that's me. And then I'm like, wait, I didn't write that. But same thing. I struggle. So I struggle with chronic fatigue constantly, and it comes in waves. It depends if there's stress or, if I get a cold or if anything. My immune system is kind of hit in any way. I'm white. So keeping my immune system strong and having like the tools, like, and just supplements, like really good, anything I can add to kind of keep energy going in my immune system, is extremely helpful. So when I first started taking vitamins, when I saw them, I was like, oh, these are tiny.
Yeah.
I'm down to take any supplement. Like, I'll try anything. But yeah, I started taking 2 on an empty stomach. I take natural thyroid medication.
Mm-hmm.
So I take my hormone, and I take this, the 2 supplements. I take 2 in the morning, empty stomach. You're supposed to take 2, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's correct. That's recommended.
We're talking about this. I know Sophie takes 1.
Mm-hmm.
I take, yeah, because I'm so sensitive. So I was like, I'm just going to start off with 1 because I want to see how it makes me feel in my body.
Yeah.
And I did. Like, I remember when we talked and you talked about like that subtle energy that it gives. And that's exactly what I felt. I was like, oh, I'm not tired of going. And I said, this feels like I'm moving into something that's giving me that boost that I'm looking for without the caffeine, with just 1. And so Saturday before the event, I took 2.
Mm-hmm.
When I was pushing boxes, I was picking up stuff.
There we go.
I class, did the panel, all with just that in my system, and a little bit of food. Because I remember I asked you, I was like, do I need to take food? And you were like, no, you don't have to take food with it. And so I had a little bit. And so that was interesting that I just been taking 1 and she's been taking 2. And that just goes to show how different supplements affect everybody, you know?
Yeah, because our bodies are, like I said, unique ecosystems in and of themselves. Everybody's going to have a personal experience with whatever they're taking, even whatever they're eating. One of the unique things about the certifications and safety precautions that we've treated Landkind with, and LK-01 specifically, is going through the GRAS certification with the FDA. So GRAS stands for generally regarded as safe, and it's basically a label that determines that pure salidroside is safe, just like a food, anything that would be in our food supply. So something I like to compare it to like salt or sugar, or anything that you would consider to ingest. There's this unique process that is overseen by FDA panelists, and they determine whether this is safe for mass populations, and it absolutely is. I think one of the things about pure salidroside is it's a pretty niche compound, right? Like most people, and you guys can be totally honest, hadn't heard of salidroside but they've heard of the endangered adaptogenic plant rhodiola. And so with our science, we're protecting the overharvesting of rhodiola, but we're also, giving all of the benefits of traditional rhodiola supplements heightened with unmatched purity, potency, and consistency. You know exactly what you're taking. The only thing in those tiny capsules is pure salidroside, and that's going to support your ecosystem. And because of the GRAS certification, we can confidently say you can experiment. Some people that are maybe a shorter stature or a heavier weight want more of the recommended dose or less. So that's why I always encourage anyone that's considering the supplement to tailor their intake to how they feel.
Yeah, no, that definitely resonates. And I'm the type of person, whenever I start anything new, I always start off low dose and then work up to see how it's affecting me. Is it actually working? And that's one of the things me and Jacqueline, like, there's so many things out there actually is working. So I did stop the other things that I was taking and feel the effects of this. And so I can say that my mood felt better. I did feel more, I felt more sustained, and that felt really good. What about you, Jacqueline?
I was taking, so right around when I started taking you guys' supplement, I was also taking this something called like Clean Energy, ordered for like to help my workouts. And I stopped that because I was like, wait a minute, I need to see if this is like actually, because I was like taking something that's like pretty intense, like before my workout, like all natural, whatever, but still, I think there's a high level of caffeine in it.
Yeah.
So I stopped taking that, and so I've only been taking this, and I usually have like 1 to 2 coffees throughout the day, and I mellowed out on that. I've scaled it back, and I have like maybe one like right before my workout, and that's it. Usually I start to crash like 2 or 3, and I've been fine. I mean, for me, that's major. And now that you said you could take more.
It's safe for you to experiment for your routine.
I might throw back 1 or 2 more. Really, I think it's really, really exciting. I mean, having something like this, I'm always trying new things and always seeing what else is out there. If you can feel anything from a supplement, like, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
So, that's really good product.
Absolutely. And I always, like you guys said, we ingest so much, whether it's a coffee or an intense pre-workout. Pure salidroside is not going to give you that overwhelming, tingly sensation right before that really heavy lift. That is not what it's going to do. But it is going definitely to, I like to say, like, I just kind of float through my day. Personally, my routine, I box regularly, which is high stress and a lot of frantic cardio. And when I take it just before, sparring, I'm just like more focused, like calculated. I can watch what I'm doing. I can really make strategic decisions while I'm active. And I'm also not like sitting in the corner dying in my recovery, like really, really gassed. So that's something to also look out for too, is you are likely, and you will find yourself doing more and just feeling not overwhelmed. You're just doing, and it's a beautiful thing. And we've had feedback too where that afternoon crash, or that when you ingest all that caffeine and you just kind of like hit that low, to be able to not hit that low and avoid like the afternoon nap or the afternoon crash, super huge. So we're so grateful, to hear your stories because, again, super unique. Anything to do with the body, how you treat it, you know, how you feed it, how you nurture yourself, mind, body, all of it. So grateful to have you both in our community. And I'm so excited to see, you know, how LK-01 helps you achieve through life. And we're all here to watch.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel a tremendous amount of more focus, which can be for me because I'm in a lot of different hats. And I can say, like, within the last 3 weeks since I've been taking them, like, I have felt a lot more focus, that energy, that subtle energy we talked about. Because one thing for me is I can't do the jitters.
Mm-hmm.
So to have this energy and to have that focus and still be able to still feel myself, not like I'm on something or not like something in my system, but just having that extra boost of energy is like, okay, this is coming from somewhere, and this is the only in my taking in my body. So, quick question for you before we go: can you tell us a little bit more about the salidroside and exactly what that is doing in our systems as we are in?
Sure, absolutely. So the main benefit and focus is that pure salidroside helps the body to naturally produce and support your ATP production. And ATP production is basically the energy currency of your cells. How much, think of it like how much money you have to go shopping for the day. Sometimes you feel like super down, you know, and your cells are low on energy. So you're not going to probably do much that day. So pure salidroside works hard to keep that production naturally going, and that's why it's not this overwhelming jittery sensation. It's really your cells, you know, a little secret boost or pit stop for your cells to keep recovering and reproducing on their own. And it should help to support your natural cycles, so you don't hit those really extreme highs and lows. So that's the key point of it. And then on our site, we do have like all the nitty gritty details of our recent human clinical trial called ISTO, where we did time to exhaustion tests to see, you know, how people's endurance levels were increasing over time. One of the unique measurements was actually friendliness for mood balance, which I thought was really funny and super cute. But all of that is actually available and linked in our blog. So I'm happy to recirculate that if anyone wants to get into the statistics and all of the ins and outs of the test. But really at a high level, pure salidroside is helping to fuel your ATP production so that you can feel fueled for your day.
Okay, love that. And I love the idea of making you feel.
What's that? I heard you cut out a little bit.
I love the idea of the salidroside making you feel friendlier, giving you that mood where you're more compassionate, you know, a bit more friendlier in your environments. I think we all need that, especially as we do combat these different things in regards to mental health. And so that's another way that, you know, a product like Landkind can definitely support someone. So I love that.
Yeah, I mean, think about how much harder life is when you're super fatigued. Like you're just pushing, you're running on exhaustion. That's a key difference from a lot of more traditional stimulants like caffeine. Caffeine is going to tell your brain you have that energy currency. It's going to say like, you're good to go, keep going. Even if the body is like on E and is like, I can't keep going. Whereas pure salidroside is going to really help give the body what it needs to have exactly what it needs. You're not running on false energy. You're naturally producing energy.
Love that. And I think now that you are becoming more tapped in with holistic resources, they want those things that naturally work with their body, where they're not feeling like they're using, you know, outside chemicals or medications that feel like, oh, now I'm turned on. No, this is actually just enhancing what's already natural for them. So that's great.
Yeah. That's what and we hope to have, you know, more products to offer in our line. Right now we only have pure salidroside, but really the power behind the synthetic biology, that's the secret to all of our research and development, and what brought us to salidroside is really a way to protect all of nature's resources. we don't think of it. And sometimes it's easy to take for granted in such a fast-paced life, right? You see something on the shelf, you buy it, go home, you have it. But thinking of how how medicinal plants and adaptogenic plants are harvested, what it takes to get to, you know, a really exclusive locations for them, and how our planet is shifting, what it means for the plant's growth process, right? We want to grow into our best selves, but with warming climates, plants like rhodiola that grow in extreme cold at high altitudes, they get more and more scarce, where the demand for all of these solutions on all of these benefits to fight fatigue, to increase energy, we'll still have that need. So to be able to utilize science to develop, and Synbio specifically, to develop these resources without leaving a footprint in the environment itself, so the environment can have a chance to rebound, is our main reason as to why we pushed forward. You know, being Landkind is more than just taking, you know, 2 capsules a day. It's really trying to do what we can every day in every way to protect and help recover our planet. So.
Love it. Love it.
Can I ask you, how long did it take to get this product made, like, out?
So Landkind is a subsidiary of Double Rainbow Biosciences, and there's over 8 years of research, and we went live late summer of last year. So we're in our first year selling LK-01 Pure Salidroside. So there's been an extensive timeline for the research and development to get here.
Well, great job on the packaging too. I love bags. I'm like, it's really cute.
There she is.
Nice.
I first opened it up, I was like, oh, there's nothing in the jar. And then I looked down and I saw the packet. I was like, oh,
Very smart.
yeah.
Surprise, here's your compostable pouch. Yeah, all your refills are shipped in those pouches. That's why. So we try to reduce the need for shipping and producing the jars, but of course, so you have everything and everything's labeled. You get one in your starter kit for sure. But
that creates that sustainability and not, you know, harming our planet by creating that we don't need.
Yeah, reducing any kind of excess we can, and you know, trying to honor nature while protecting it is our whole why. You know.
Where are you guys based?
In Massachusetts, Lexington, Massachusetts is our you know, area, but we were in the MIT circle, so yeah.
You have a customer for life. I'm really like excited that I got, like I said, to feel anything from a supplement is impressive.
It means a lot. It really does. And anytime we have an opportunity to connect with the community, this is my favorite part, is hearing everyone's specific feedback and how it helps them in their life and what their stories turn into. So thank you so much for taking the time this afternoon to hang out with us and being, again, a part of the community. I hope we get to do something fun together again soon. But it was such a pleasure. And again, anything you need and you know where to find us, we're always here. And thank you so much for being Landkind.
Thank you.
Happy to be Landkind.
Bye, guys. Bye, Jacqueline. Bye, Safia.
Bye.
Take care.